Okay, so you know how sometimes just hearing the word workout makes you want to crawl back into bed?
Totally.
Like it feels like a chore or something you have to check off your to-do list?
Yeah.
Not exactly inspiring, right?
Yep.
Well, get ready, because today we're diving into your pick. Staying fit is easy, actually. And trust me, it's going to change the way you think about fitness, like completely.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Get this, it's all about finding ways to move your body that actually bring you joy.
Okay, that sounds way more appealing than my usual gym routine.
Right, so no more forcing yourself into those hardcore boot camps, unless that's your thing, of course.
Definitely not my thing.
Instead, we're talking about finding those little pockets of movement in everyday life. The stuff that makes you forget you're even breaking a sweat.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Okay, so remember how much fun it was to bounce on a trampoline as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Like pure, unadulterated joy.
Exactly.
Well, this book talks about rebounding, basically mini trampolines for adults, and how it's a fantastic workout disguised as, well, fun.
Wait, really? I would have never thought of that as a workout.
Right, but it totally is. It's low impact, so it's easier on your joints, which is something I always have to think about, but it's still amazing for cardio and building core strength.
I'm listening.
And the best part, it just makes you feel like a kid again. It's playful, it's energizing, and because it's so enjoyable, you're more likely to actually stick with it.
Okay, you've officially blown my mind.
I know, right? And it gets even better. This whole idea of rediscovering the joy of movement, it got me thinking about all the things I loved doing as a kid.
Like what?
Well, for me, it was roller skating. I used to spend hours gliding around the roller rink, completely lost in the moment.
I can totally picture that.
And I haven't done it in years, but reading this book, it just clicked.
What clicked?
That roller skating isn't just a fun way to relive my childhood, it's a legitimate workout.
Oh, for sure. It's amazing for your legs, your core, your balance. You're using your whole body. And again, it's FUN, which we've already established is crucial.
So true. And the book even mentions playing tag. Like, can you imagine chasing my nieces and nephews around now counts as exercise? I'm all about that.
And why not? All that running, dodging, the laughter. It's a workout disguised as play. And there's something to be said about that.
Absolutely. And this source digs into the psychology behind it too. Like, there's actual research that shows when we tap into a sense of play, we're more likely to stick with an activity long term.
Makes sense. It becomes something you look forward to, not dread.
Exactly. It's like tricking yourself into fitness.
I'm here for it.
And speaking of tricking yourself into fitness, this source also talks about the power of community and accountability when it comes to staying motivated.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Well, it suggests joining a recreational league, and it doesn't have to be anything super serious or competitive.
Oh, good. Because I'm not exactly the next Michael Jordan.
Me neither. But things like dodgeball, kickball, but even something as simple as cornhole.
Okay, cornhole I can get behind.
Right, you're hanging out with friends, having a good time, and getting a workout without even realizing it.
I love how this book is making me rethink everything I thought I knew about fitness.
Right. It's not just about hitting the gym or pounding the pavement. It's about finding what works for you, what fits into your life, and most importantly, what brings you joy.
Joy seems to be the key word here. And honestly, I could use a little more joy in my workouts.
Me too. And speaking of workouts, can we talk about hiking for a minute? I have to admit, I used to think hiking was just like walking on a dirt path.
Oh, I used to think the same thing.
But this book opened my eyes to its amazing benefits for both your physical and mental health. It's like nature's best gym.
Okay, nature's best gym. I love that. What's not to love about being out in the fresh air, surrounded by trees?
Right. It's a total mood booster.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the mental benefits either.
Fill me in.
Hiking really engages your muscles, gets your heart rate up, and it's so adaptable too. You can go for a leisurely stroll or challenge yourself with a more strenuous climb.
So there's something for everyone.
Exactly. And there's tons of research to back up the benefits, both for your body and your mind. And it's not just about like hardcore trails and mountain climbing.
No, not at all.
Unless that's your thing.
Right. This book even talks about how just dancing around your living room can be a workout.
Oh, absolutely. I am a huge proponent of a good dance break.
Me too. And it makes so much sense when you think about it.
It does. Like, sometimes I just need to crank up the music and move my body.
Totally. And it doesn't have to be about like perfect choreography or anything.
Oh, wait, no judgment in the comfort of your own home.
Exactly. It's about letting loose and having fun.
And feeling the music, right?
Yes. And the cool thing is, dancing actually has a ton of physical and mental benefits.
Oh, tell me everything.
Well, for starters, it improves your coordination and balance.
Makes sense.
And it's great for your cardiovascular system.
So it's like a sneaky cardio workout.
Exactly. And there's even research suggesting suggesting that dancing can be beneficial for cognitive function.
Wait, really? So it's like a workout for your brain and your body?
Exactly.
Wow, I am so on board with this whole dancing thing.
Me too. And it's not just about solo dance parties either. Like the book talks about how group fitness classes can be super motivating.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've tried a few Zumba classes in my day.
Fun, right?
So much fun. You're learning new moves, you're feeding off the energy of the group. There's something really powerful about that.
Totally. It's like a workout and a social event rolled into one.
The best of both worlds. Okay, so we've covered dancing, we've talked about hiking, roller skating. But what about for those of us who might be a little bit competitive?
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Like, I love the idea of a recreational sports league.
Yes, that's such a fun way to get active.
It is. And it doesn't have to be anything super intense either.
Right. There are leagues for all different levels and interests.
Exactly. Like, I'm picturing something like kickball or dodgeball.
Oh my gosh, dodgeball would be a blast from the past.
Right. And you're having fun with your teammates, you're getting your heart rate up. It's a win-win.
It really is. And it goes back to that idea of making fitness feel like play.
Yes, which is what this whole deep dive is all about.
Rediscovering the joy of movement.
I love that. And speaking of rediscovering the joy of movement, this source also talks about the benefits of biking.
Oh, I love biking.
Me too. And I'm not talking about like becoming a hardcore cyclist or anything.
No, not at all. It can be as leisurely or as intense as you want it to be.
Exactly. You can go for a relaxing ride through the park. You can commute to work on your bike.
Or even go on a weekend adventure with friends.
I love that. And biking is such a great workout too.
It is. It's amazing for your heart, your muscles.
And it's low impact, which is always a plus.
Definitely. And you know what else? Biking can actually be really good for your mental health too.
Really? I never thought about that. How so?
Well, think about it. When you're biking, especially if you're in a scenic area,
Okay.
you're present in the moment, you're feeling the wind in your hair, you're taking in your surroundings.
And you're not staring at a screen.
Exactly. It's a fantastic way to de-stress, to clear your head, and just enjoy the ride.
That makes so much sense. It's like a moving meditation.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, and since we're talking about activities that are good for both body and mind, I want to circle back to hiking for a minute.
Yes. Hiking is definitely up there on the list.
Because I love how this book called it nature's best gym.
It's so true. There's just something so grounding about being in nature, surrounded by trees, breathing in the fresh air.
It's like a reset button for your brain.
Exactly.
And it's a great reminder that you don't need a fancy gym membership to get a good workout.
Nope. Nature provides everything you need.
For free.
Exactly. And, for those who might be looking for a little extra challenge,
I'm sensing a butt coming.
the book talks about how you can take your hiking to the next level.
Okay, how?
Well, you could try tackling more challenging trails, maybe pushing your pace a bit.
So you're saying step outside that comfort zone a little bit.
Exactly. Or you could even sign up for a local hiking group or a charity event.
That's a good idea. A little bit of accountability.
Exactly. And it's a fun way to connect with other people who share your love of the outdoors.
I love that. It's like hiking, but make it social.
Exactly.
Okay, so basically, there are endless possibilities when it comes to finding fun and engaging ways to move your body.
Endless.
And this book has done an amazing job of highlighting that.
It has. It's really got me thinking differently about fitness.
Me too. And I love how it encourages you to find what works for you.
Absolutely. Because there's no one-size-fits-all approach to fitness.
Exactly. We're all different. We all have different interests.
And that's okay. The most important thing is to find something that you enjoy, something that you can stick with.
Because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it.
Exactly.
It's funny how we tend to overcomplicate fitness sometimes.
Totally. Like, we think we need a gym membership or expensive equipment to make it count.
Exactly. But this book does such a good job of breaking down those barriers.
It really does. It's like you don't need permission to move your body in ways that feel good.
Right. It's about giving yourself that permission to have fun, to be playful with it.
And to rediscover those activities that you might have, forgotten about.
Oh, totally. Speaking of rediscovering things, remember how we were talking about roller skating earlier?
Yeah. Brings back memories.
Right. Like, when's the last time you put on a pair of roller skates?
Honestly, it's been way too long.
I know. But thinking about it now, I kind of want to dig out my old pair.
Me too. Because it's not just about nostalgia.
It's a legit workout.
Right. And it's so easy to customize to your fitness level.
That's what I love about so many of these activities we've talked about.
Totally. Like, you can start slow, find your groove.
Exactly. No pressure to be a pro on day one.
Exactly. And then if you want to challenge yourself more, you can always, step it up.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Like with roller skating, you could try some new tricks or something.
Yes. Or if you're really feeling adventurous.
Hit the skate park.
Well, the book did mention skateboarding.
Oh, yeah, skateboarding. See, now that takes some serious skill.
It does. But I love that this whole deep dive is about, embracing challenges.
Me too.
Yeah.
And celebrating those little victories along the way.
Exactly. Whether it's finally nailing that yoga pose you've been working on.
We're just going for a walk around the block when you'd rather be glued to the couch.
It all counts.
It really does. And I think ultimately that's what this deep dive into staying fit is easy, actually,
Yeah.
has been all about.
What's that?
Remembering that movement is a gift, not a punishment.
So well said.
And that finding joy in that movement is what makes it sustainable.
Because life's too short for boring workouts.
Oh, amen to that.
Yeah.
So as we wrap things up here, I'm curious, what's resonating with you the most?
Oh, that's a good question.
What's one thing you're going to take away from this deep dive and maybe even try yourself?
So many good options to choose from.
Right, but that's the beauty of it. There's something for everyone. All right, well, on that note, let's lace up our sneakers or grab our roller skates or maybe even just crank up the music and dance it out.
Yes, sounds like a plan.
Remember, staying fit doesn't have to be a chore. Find what brings you joy and get moving. Until next time.
Bye, everyone.